Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla. See if we can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Bell MX-9 helmet, available at RevZilla.com. New going into 15, this is the MX-9, filling a much-needed void in the Bell lineup. So we know the Moto 9 makes everybody happy at the pro level, and we know the SX1, which is going to be the baby brother, which is, again, around that $100 mark, and it's more of their entry-level option. This is the MX-9, steals a lot of DNA from the top of the food chain, but keeps it affordable, coming in under the $200 mark. If we look at this, this is going to be the Tiger Strub graphic. Comes in two colors, comes in pink, comes in Shiko. There's also a bunch of other graphics that they're constantly rolling out, and that will change season to season. If we look at the outer shell on it, and what I'm most excited about is they went 5 intakes and 4 exhaust, but they kept that really aggressive feel. That's the biggest steal here from the Moto 9. And when we talk about fit, we're also going to talk about the fitment, which is more consistent with the premium helmets than it is with the overly narrow SX1, which is, again, a different shell, part of that entry-level side of things. Now, 3 EPSs, and you're looking at a Polycarb Shell. Polycarb is going to be that sacrifice. It allows them to design a less expensive helmet through the process, but it adds a little bit of weight. Now, it is a dirt helmet, so you're lighter in general, but you're still only 3 pounds 3 ounces for a medium. And in my book, that's still pretty freaking light. So again, did a good job. DOT, ECE, 3 pounds 3, but again, they're able to still keep it under that 3 pounds 5 ounce mark, where I like to see dirt helmets that are climbing lower and closer to that 3 pound range. Now, if you get a shot of the aerodynamics here, you're going to see how they went with the chin vent here, side winglets, you have your adjustable peak, and you're going to have winglets along the top of the helmet, tying everything together. If I had a gripe, it's that this is no longer removable. Again, on the Moto 9, you're going to be able to pull out your breath deflector and change that roost guard. On this helmet, you can pull the foam out to clean it from behind, but again, it's going to be a little harder to clean, but that is one of the trade-offs that you're making out. And again, that's going to be with your chin vent there. If I spin it around, you can get an idea of how these big wings along the back that create a great aerodynamic profile are going to come together, again, enhancing that Venturi effect, which is going to help evacuate warm, moist air through the back side of the helmet, winglets along the bottom as well. Now, if we move it back to the front, you're going to see the way that they've designed the ridge around the eye port. Again, staying in theme with their higher-end helmets. Going to accept a goggle really well, and then you're going to have a nice ridge that goes across the back to keep your goggle strap in place. Not as pronounced as some of the more premium helmets in the Bell line or from other manufacturers, but again, still aggressive nonetheless. Now, keep in mind when we talk about fitment, the fitment of the MX-9 is intermediate oval. And what I would say is that most Bell helmets that are newly developed in the last 3 years are going to be intermediate oval. A little bit longer front to back, should fit just fine within the American market unless you're really, really wide or you're extremely narrow. And for guys that have that type of a fit shape on their head, they're going to know what that is. Most everybody else is going to be intermediate to neutral oval, and you'll fit just fine in this bad boy. Now, keep in mind, if you were looking at the SX1 before, though, the SX1 is very narrow front to back in the cheek pads. And again, we like that helmet in the extra small version for use, but it was a different flavor. So if you're graduating from an SX1 to an MX-9, keep in mind that it will be a less narrow fitting helmet, but in our estimation, it's actually going to fit better for most people. Now, keep in mind as well, if you're concerned about fit, we're going to ship free over 39 bucks, and I would love it if you would click our logo right there and leave me your comments, your questions, your feedback about the MX-9 as a whole, or the Tiger graphic, which I'm showing you here today. Leave me those comments on YouTube. See Hive is Brian. We're always happy to answer your questions right there on the fly or on our site. Now, if we get into the guts here, let me flip it on its back. We're going to move our way in. They did make some trade-offs. You're going to notice that there's no longer a magnetic lock on your double D-ring. You'd have to step up to a Moto 9 to get that. You're also going to notice that there's no magnifusion in the cheek pads. There's just a basic cheek pad removal system. Again, that's going to be one of those things that by them cutting that, it allows them to keep the cost down to that $200 range. Now, if I reach in here and I pop my cheek pads, what you will notice is they're using the X-Static liner, which is antimicrobial, wicking, and it's going to be comfortable. So again, it's not going to get funky on you. Supercross MX style riding is one of the most aerobic exercises I've ever experienced or seen anyone experience. And if we look at it, these are all designed to wick sweat away, not to get funky, and to be easily cleanable. And again, you're just going to rinse that out under a faucet, let it air dry, you're good to go. And the X-Static is a little bit of a silver integration. Silver is a natural agent for killing bacteria. Again, they use it in hospitals, they use it in motorcycle cheek pads and liners now. It is nice to see the evolution of technology make its way down into a sub $200 helmet. Now, if I come in here and pull my comfort liner, and again, typically with Bell, as is the case in the past, we're going to see 4 main points of connection. Down here below the occipital ridge, and they are tight, there we go, and up along the forehead. Now if I pull them out, one of the things Bell does is they do give you snaps at the forehead, and those snaps are wide and towards the temples. If they were up here, I'd be concerned, less concerned that they're out there. But notice, big cutaways for venting. You're gonna maximize airflow there. 3D foam in different spots to be ergonomic. Your other two snaps are down below your occipital ridge, which is this area of your head in the back. You're never gonna feel those. And if we turn it inside out, again, you're gonna see that X static liner that's going to be comfortable and have that silver infused technology. I love that there's a desiccant in here. That's never happened before. Now we open it up and you look at the shell and at the EPS. Remember, 3 multi-density EPSs that change with 3 shell sizes. Again, so you're getting to cut that weight savings, or find that weight savings as you go up. And notice 10mm vent holes that are going to channel along the back, no surprises here. And again, 5 intakes, 4 exhaust, allowing you to stay cool and comfortable. So all in, Bell has gone back and they said there's a hole in our lineup. We need a more premium feeling helmet that's not going to be $400 to be the big brother of the MX-9, or big brother of the SX1 rather, and that arrives you at the MX-9. Keep in mind as well that they did an MX-9 Adventure, which really has a shield on it, a little bit of a different flavor, but staying in tune with similar DNA from this shell. Watch that detailed breakdown video as well. The next step in your journey here, though, is to click right here and read other rider reviews of the MX-9 at RevZilla.com. You don't have to take my word for it. As always, we'll ship for free over 39 bucks. And if you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown of the new Bell MX-9. Subscribe to me on the YouTubes. I will keep you informed. I'll keep you smarter. I'll keep you riding. Thanks for watching. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.